Justice League Unlimited issue number 2. That's right, folks. The dream team of Mark Waid and Dan Mora continues. And it's definitely felt like a minute since we've had like people caring about the Justice League. Isn't that weird to say? It's so weird. It's the Justice League. The brand has become so tainted lately. They had so many weird iterations in books. Like, this is good for DC. This is kind of like the thing they've needed for a while. And when you have the best talent, use them, you know? I'm sure there's a lot of people that they're working with now that have good stories for characters, but you have Mark Waid willing to do a Justice League book. You let him do the Justice League book. He's found a great collaborator in Dan Mora. Their styles match perfectly. Let them go off. Let them make something fun. That's what you got to do. And that's what we're doing here. So this book kind of continues where we left off in the last one. We're still in Costa Rica. We're watching Jaime get dragged away. Something's happening to him. The authorities of Costa Rica are talking to like some kids. And they're just like, hey, get out of here, you. And then they're attacked by some weird creatures. What are the creatures? They're parademons. So Superman sends another strike team to go out and fight it. It's pretty much the same one we saw from the last issue. Black Lightning, Star Sapphire, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. This time we got Mary Marvel in here and a guy called Dr. Occult. And I'm like, hey, cool. Indiana Jones is here. He's dressed like Indiana Jones. I dig it. It's fun. There's a specific reason he's in this book, and it's kind of cool. Mark Waid knows what he's doing. He's like, I'm just going to use the characters that are perfect for the situation. When we have all of them together, that's what we can do. So let's do it. So they fight some parademons. Batman shows up because he was like lost in the woods and he's all carved up and scratched and bloody. He's like, what happened to you? Well, something's going on. Me and Beetle found like a nest. There's some weird eggs that are being manipulated. It's hatching weird creatures. They like don't look normal. I don't know what happened to Beetle. He's missing. We got to figure out what's going on. These things are also taking children. So we got to set up some stuff going on. Wonder Woman, you take Mary. You guys go shut down the nest. Superman, Black Lightning, Starfire, you guys stay here. And we're going to like fight the demons from attacking these people. Manhunter and Dr. Occult, you go find those kids. You see some hesitation from Jean. Like, I don't know if I should leave this place. And he's like, you have telepathy, John. We're searching for kids. Go find them. So cool. 2 detective characters are going to go into a jungle investigation. Very fun. We then cut to Singapore, where we set up the Atom Project book. There's a man who's kind of freaking out. He's like really giant and his like limbs are stretched out. He's not like in the right state of mind. There's police trying to stop him. And Atom Smasher shows up. He's like, hey, I'm here to help. Let me through. The police are like, get out of here, dude. Stand back. He's like, don't. Like, this is what we've been looking for. Weren't you watching the news when Amanda Waller did all like the stuff with the Amazos? We're searching for people with powers like this. And then we see one of the atoms burst off of Atom Smasher's suit, and he jumps onto the police officer. And the atoms are all here. Ray and Ryan are working with Atom Smasher to get the power from this random man, so Atom Smasher can get his power back. That's fun. Like, who would have thought, you know? Like a book called The Atom Project would be on the way. It would involve the Atom, Atom Smasher, and Captain Atom. Like, that's a great idea. And somebody had it. Like, that's crazy. I would never think about using any of those characters because who cares? Anyways, they get the molecules from the guy. They give it to Atom Smasher. He is feeling a little, like, different about getting the power back, but it's back in him, so Atom Smasher can be a character again. And the atoms are like, that was weird. Something about, like, this missing superpower. Maybe we should find, like, the other Atom to help us out, setting up that they're going to work with Captain Atom if he ever shows up to do a thing. Okay, we cut to the Watchtower. Mr. Terrific and Stargirl are interrogating not interrogating, they're just talking to the AI Red Tornado, who's become like their base security AI system. He's trying to figure out what Inferno means, because Inferno was like a clue they found at the beginning of the first book. Nothing is coming up about what Inferno could be. They're going to have to keep investigating. We got Mr. Terrific figuring that out. Stargirl's like, I know you do it, Mr. Terrific. You're good at everything. And we see Airwave spying on them because we saw it like the last issue. Airwave is, you know, the traitor. He appeared in the first issue, and now he's a traitor. So let's see what Wonder Woman and Mary Marvel are up to. They find the nest. They're looking at it all. They're like, this is like an infestation. we can't just burn the forest down to kill them, so we should take them and carry it into space. And they have like the same thought. And Mary's like, well, that was weird. She's like, not really. Like, I have the wisdom of Athena. You have the wisdom of Minerva. Pretty similar. The Greeks and the Romans are not so different, you know? And it's like, I thought we were just saying like this thing about like the same god, though. And Wonder Woman's like, oh, child, you have much to learn about the pantheons. That's a fun interaction. A fun interaction with characters that don't normally get to interact. And then a big parademon comes out to fight them. And it captures Mary, and it's good. Let's cut to the two detectives doing their investigation. We got John Jones and Richard Ecault. So John's like, I've been following your work. Like, you're pretty impressive at what you do. And of course, Ecault's like, well, game recognized game. I know exactly what your dual identity. I think it's really interesting. You're doing the good deed when you first came here. I think that's pretty impressive, you know? You were just doing the job of a great detective, and I think it's really impressive. And like, the first friend you made, Dr. Erdell, he was a really interesting man who helped you and stuff, and I think that's really cool. Dr. Ecault kind of fanboying over how much he likes Martian Manhunter, just being like, you were the best, dude. You were like Superman before there was a Superman, and you like were just gifted, and you did so many good stuff. And just hearing himself getting praise puts John in a weird headspace. He's like, okay, so I've never confided this in anybody yet, but since the events of Absolute Power, things have become different for me. I didn't get everything I lost returned to me, so I no longer have ocular abilities, and my telepathy is all but silenced. So I can't hear the kids that we're supposed to be looking for our telepathy. And he's like, so that's why you wanted me to lead this, John. Like, I get it, dude. I understand something's drawing us this way. I can feel it. Thanks for trusting me. And look, there's like a big guy who's no shame. He's wearing like a loincloth of skulls. He's got the kids trapped. I think we found the base. John's like, that's not a parademon. That's something else altogether. What's going on with him? And then it talks, and they're like, what? The parademons can't talk? Fun. We'll come back to that in a minute here because we have to go to Mary Marvel, and she is working with Black Lightning now to fight the thing by shocking it down. Looking pretty good. The team has saved the day. We just have to go find Jean or Ecault, and then we'll know where the creature's base is. Well, this creature is in fact a parademon, but it was born different. It's the first one to be born with like self-awareness on Apocalypse, and that made Darkseid really uncomfortable. He's like, be gone. Like, go elsewhere, spread my legacy and my seed. And I came to this planet and started like growing parademons over here, like deformed versions like myself. So I'm hoping if I can like conquer this land, Darkseid will take me home. And John's like, Darkseid's dead. He's like, what? No, Darkseid's not dead. And he's like, yeah, well, he is. So Ecault's freeing all the kids while John is going to fight the self-aware parademon. It's great. It feels, again, like it's been a minute since anybody had any idea of what to do with J'onn J'onzz. So Martian Manhunter is freaking out because he is not at his fullest capacity, and he just hates the idea of like a certain survivalist of a species using children in this way. So he is literally about to kill the parademon. He turns into the parademon. Like, you are so sick of being alone. How about I turn into you and you look at like what you've done? And he's going to kill the creature when the lasso wraps around him and stops him. And Wonder Woman and Superman are like, whoa, what are you doing? They're like, we don't do this. This isn't you, John. He's like, isn't it? And then he flies away. It turns, clear, transparent, I guess is the word you would say, and flies away. And they know now that his powers are weakened. It's cool. It's cool. Like, that is J'onn. J'onn is a self-loathing character who should always be melancholy, in my opinion. So the fact that he feels less about himself for the events that have just transpired, I think are really good. So Superman like contacts like the Watchtower. He's like, hey, we've solved the crisis, but John's missing. He's hiding from us. I'm not sure why he didn't tell us that he didn't get all his powers back, but there's something wrong with him. There's something bad about to happen. And that's where the book ends. It's just like the snowy Alps and like the clear form, the transparent form, why do I keep saying clear, of Martian Manhunter just walking through it like a broken man. Yes, Martian Manhunter should be the Vision. They should always be one step away from breaking down emotionally. I really like that. Mark Waid gets it. He knows what he's doing. That's the thing. And throw Dr. Occult in here. Why not? Have the atoms work together. Why not? Draw the Trinity all you want, Dan Mora, but when you just get a chance to do Indiana Jones and Mary Marvel, I'm very happy. Okay? It's a good book. It's good. I don't know why it's so good, but it's awesome to have a Justice League book that feels well thought out. And like it's not leading to some insane event. Just things are happening in Justice League. It's cool. So, Justice League Unlimited, issue number 2. I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.